The sort of hope that gets us through. How will we live the life in which we find ourselves? What sort of attitude do we need to face the world, our future, and ourselves that will get us through the tough times and still leave us able to enjoy the good times? For much of our lives, we don't have to stare reality in the face, and it doesn't force us like a mirror to stare back, to look at ourselves and whether we are up to facing the problems we are facing. But sometimes we do have to stare reality in the face, and the problems are too big, too difficult, and threaten those we love too much. We cannot just look away. We have to face reality and keep facing reality day after day, week after week. But we also need something to keep us going, some point to the struggle, some sense in which what we are doing makes a difference, some way of seeing a path ahead and help for us to walk it. We often call this hope or optimism or resilience or just sheer grit, to put one foot in front of another. If we don't face reality, our hope just doesn't cut it. It might last for a while, but the facade will fall away. The makeup comes off at the end of the day, and the problems in the wall we painted over show through the paint. We just have wishful thinking. If we have realism without hope, we find we are stopped in our tracks with nothing but the size of the problem and our inadequacy to solve it. The hope that matters is not wishful thinking. The realism that matters is not merely the facts. We need a tough sort of hope that looks at what can be done and can't be done, and focuses on the can or even the maybe. I want to suggest 3 simple rules to get through this time. Firstly, face as much of the problem with our child as we can, but let people know when we cannot take further bad news. Truth is like medicine. It may have to be taken, but takes time to work out the right dose, at the right time, and with the right person administering the medicine. Secondly, take time to look at what part of our child's problems can be changed with treatment and what parts cannot. Focus our efforts on what we can change and what others can help us change, and slowly work on accepting what parts of our child's problem we cannot change. This is simple to say and hard to do. Change is hard. Acceptance is hard. Knowing what to change and what to accept is hard. This rule is a simple rule, but it's not an easy one. Thirdly, rest, restore, and regroup ourselves with the rest of the family. Change what we can as we can for our child. Don't fight unwinnable battles. Understand what we can as we can. Don't make it all about us. Find the help and backup we need as we can. The help will never be enough. It will never be just right. It will never give us a normal life, but it will get us through over time. Then rest. Exhausted people don't have anything to give. Restore ourselves. Outrage and resentment injure us, and regroup with the rest of the family. Doing it together stops everything falling apart, even if the doing together is not as good as we would do it alone. Face what we can when we can. Focus on the parts of their lives that we can change. Focus on the parts of their lives we cannot change and must accept. Rest, restore, and regroup ourselves with the rest of the family.